Good morning. Today's the 26th of December, Boxing Day, and hopefully you've had a nice Christmas. It's been nice to take a day off. Today's a bank holiday here in the UK, so I'm probably not going to be trading and expect the volume to be quite light today anyway. But got some levels which I may keep an eye on. Market's looking pretty slow at the moment. Let's open up my pen. I expect it to be quite light trading today as well. So the only areas to watch for a rejection are these two areas I've just identified. They could also be break and retests, and also got the break and retest of the pre-market high. So let's put these levels down. So we're watching the break of 48.15, so a break and retest. And what I mean by that is if we see it break that area, come back in, and that'll be our target for long. We've got a couple of tops there as well, and we've got a potential target which is the bottom of this trend line, or this level I've also identified as a reject area, 48.21.75, 48.22. Area of confidence as well, tops of candles, and then bottoms of these candles. And this area here is a big area of supply as well, as you can see, where we had a big reaction from up there when it came all the way back down. So that's a good target area for a reject. And if we do break through that area, we could potentially look for the break and retest this trend line again, and then maybe target that area as a target. And obviously you could potentially target all-time highs at the top of this trend line. But I think that's a good reject area. So very higher risk because of the volume today. Remember, with minimal volume in the market, then the prices can be manipulated much easier. So what would normally be a small move could be a big move up or down against you. So just be wary. And that's it. If we're looking for a bounce, the only bounce I like is a break and retest of 48.15, which we just discussed long. And let's zoom in. Let's have a look and see what we've got. I quite like this area here. And the reason for that, probably that pivot around here. 47.87 I quite like for a bounce. That's the only place I like around here. And we've got tops of candles here, bottoms of candles, tops of candles again, bottoms of candles there. And we've got the 200 moving average coming into that area as well. So that's an area to watch out for. 47.88, basically 47.8750 for a bounce. And in theory, the 200 moving average would have probably caught up by that point to that area as well. And we bounced off it once, twice. We haven't tested it since. That's Thursday, Friday, or was it Wednesday? Wednesday and Thursday last week. So quite like a bounce off of this area to continue this upward trend we're seeing. It looks like we're creating another channel. Let's try something. Let's just take that trend line and let's duplicate it, see if it fits. Almost fits there perfectly. Let's just join these up. So there's a new trend line there, so joining the bottom of these two pivots up, which is literally trailing along the 200 moving average, as you can see. So that's an area to watch for along this new trend line we just created for a bounce. Quite like that area there, kind of X marks the spot almost. And that's it. There's nothing more to watch for today. News-wise, we had a little bit of news at 8:30. What happened at 8:30? Anything? Nothing really. We didn't. No, it didn't move. Market didn't move at all. And we got some news at 9 coming up. We just had that as well. We didn't see much. And there's bill auctions as well. May move the market later. 11:30 and 1. So keep an eye on that. That's it really. That's the MES levels for today. Let's have a quick look. SPY is going to be very similar. We've already got this area marked out from last week. So potential bounce at 471.60 area. And we've got a break and retest of 474.50. And we've got the rejection up here of this trend line. And bottom of this area of supply at 475.89 to 476. Qs, I've not looked at any charts, so this is kind of first looking a bit stronger. It's the first time I've really looked at charts. We've got this area of supply we're coming into. I would say it's probably going to be 409 through to 410.50. That's the area of supply. So we're potentially looking for a reject in this area. So wait for confirmation. So a top and tail candle with a higher volume as well. So we've got average volume coming into that, average volume coming out. That's kind of what we look for confirmation. Maybe comes back up, top and tail, even if it's on lower volume, then wait for it to come back up for the second attempt. And then maybe that's a reversal we could watch for. So NQs will probably be similar. Bounce wise, down here at 1670.71, 16,800, which is now an area of demand. And then we've got this supply zone. We're right in the supply area right now. Well, we've pretty much touched it in pre-market. So a reject off of 17,100 to 1773, that area there. And obviously the break and retest to continue the trend. Technically this is the Santa rally we're seeing now. Oil, how's that looking? Looking pretty bullish still. It's been in this area for a few days. It's an area of confidence, and obviously you can tell without looking at the volume profile, higher volume in this area as well. And what we're waiting for is to cut back up here for either a rejection or a break and retest long. 77.98 for a reject, that area. So we've got area of confidence, and obviously we've got this area of supply, so we can probably get rid of that. It's not a demand zone anymore. And this is supply zone up here, so we're watching around 79 to 84 reject. That's oil. And obviously if we put in a double bottom down at 67.20 or 68, I will consider a higher low if we come back in on that, so we don't quite get down to the level we were at. And then that's what I'd watch for if we come back down. That's probably not today. And lastly, gold. Interesting, we broke out of that area. We were watching this area on Friday, and we broke 2056 area, and we broke it and we retested it. So that's the entry we talked about. If it comes back down and touches the 2056 area, that'd be a better entry. That there would have been a harder entry to get. So it didn't quite come back to retest that area, but it did retest these pivots. So maybe this line should be, if we use that area, what I'm looking for is the tops of these bodies of candles, bodies of these candles, roughly the bodies of the candles, and we came in and touched it there. So this is the area, so that's probably a better area to watch for. So if we come back down and retest 2058, then we could see a long entry on gold. But it has broken this area of consolidation now, and the next area for target would be, if you're long, that is 2081.70. But you could, there's not much volume up here at all. I think let's go back into the daily. Is it really all-time highs on gold? Oh, it must be. Yeah, we're in all-time highs territory, not quite up here, so there's no real volume. So the only play is to wait for the pullback and play the dip. That's it for gold, and that's it for today, really. If we're looking at this, let's get rid of, if we're looking at this trend line we created, we're in the upper half of this trend line now, so maybe we could see something a bit more bullish. We could see it break out, and this is a typical accumulation, and then you see the second half rip. Yeah, nothing's really changed apart from the two bottom tails on the hourly. So I still quite like the reject off of all-time highs, 48.29 to 48.30, or the break and retest of today's pre-market level, which is 418.15. That area there, and we can watch it, then potentially take partial there, and then you're in uncharted territories moving up. I think, did we hit all-time? We did it all-time highs, I believe. Yeah, I know SPY, I don't think SPY has, but we have there, yeah. So that's where we're looking pretty bullish. So that's it. Okay, have a good day trading, trade carefully, maybe trade lighter today, and I will see you over the next day or two. I'm going to be in and out this week. I'm not sure if I'm going to be trading, take some time off, and I'm going to get myself ready for the new year. But I will try and do these live videos if I can, and so just keep an eye out for anything scheduled. Okay, thank you for watching.